Hey friends, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Meg, and in today's video we're creating a it girl inspired makeup look, but on my 40-year-old face. I'm not saying that 40 is old because it's definitely not old, but I see all these like really young, fresh faces, and this like really specific makeup look with the shadowing, the juiced up skin, the effortless like plump, juicy lip. We're going for that look today, and we're gonna make it super attainable and approachable no matter what your age is. The way that I am gonna do this today can work for all ages, all skin types, all skin tones, textures, whatever. So if you're into that and you want to see what I've created, how I've created this makeup look, keep on watching. So I went through and pulled a few pictures from Pinterest that I really wanted to get the inspiration from. There's like two in particular. There's one of Hailey Bieber that's just kind of that effortless like it girl makeup look, and then there's another one of another girl. I think that one's a little bit more peachier, but the Hailey Bieber one, I feel like I kind of nailed that with a little bit more of glam. I think I have a little bit more highlighter on than she does. But tell me, what do you think? Do you think I nailed this with Hailey? Even the lip is so similar. The like shadowing, probably have more foundation on and more like makeup on than she does, and so it looks a little bit more glam, but the idea is there. Okay, we went with the idea. I feel like I nailed this. Okay, we're gonna start this makeup look, and let me know how you think I did if you're gonna create this yourself. I'm using a lot of high-end products for this look to kind of channel that it girl vibe. Not to say expensive makeup is better than drugstore. You guys know that I am a huge drugstore lover. I think this look can be created with whatever you have. So just grab a drink or a snack and let's just cut on over and do this makeup together. All right, let's get going with this it girl makeup look for my 40-year-old face. Just kind of trends that I've seen recently. We're just gonna do a super gorgeous makeup look with all of the it girls that seem to be wearing, all the young, cute it girls. But us older ladies can look cute in like an it girl too. Okay. All right, to start off, we're gonna use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is a great dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And this is gonna create a nice glowy sort of base. This is gonna help the skin look super healthy and glowy. I'll make sure to list all my shade names in the caption below. And then next, I see everyone absolutely loves the Haus Labs Triclone. What are we calling this? The Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I think this is a beautiful foundation. It was one of my favorites that I discovered in 2023. It's gorgeous. And what I'm gonna do in order to kind of not let this get too cakey, because I feel like it can get cakey if you use too much, is I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and then apply it and buff it out with my BK Beauty brush, and then I'm gonna go in with my makeup sponge to sort of diffuse it so I have that nice glowy base that I created with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And we're gonna add in a bit of a medium buildable full coverage foundation on top of that, so hopefully it's gonna look super skin-like. This foundation is beautiful, and I feel like it's just lovely for literally all skin types and for all ages. This gave me exactly the look that I'm going for. Do you see how it's got that glow poking through? And I think adding it to the hand and then applying to the face really helps minimize the, you know, for me to overdo it. And then using a damp makeup sponge is gonna help me if I got any like brush marks or brush strokes on the face. That's gonna help me really like blur everything out and sort of take down any spots that might potentially be cakey, which I am not seeing any on my face that are cakey right now. So the skin is skinning. We want the skin to be skinning for the it girl makeup look. The skin is important. I'm gonna add a little bit of my e.l.f. color corrector underneath my eyes just because I need to make sure that I do a little bit of heavy duty work under there. I know all the young girls aren't really using color correctors, they're just going in with their concealers, but girl here has got a little bit of darkness I want to cover up, and so that is going to really help me cancel out all the darkness and get all of that situated before I move on with my concealer. And my trick with this is to apply it and sort of let it dry down a bit before I then go in with my concealer, because I do want the corrector to do all the heavy lifting. Next thing we're gonna go in with is the Haus Labs concealer. It is definitely a beautiful concealer. Is it my number one? No, but it's definitely a great one that I've been loving to use lately, and it gives off it girl vibes, so we're using it, okay? We're gonna use it. We got a lot of high-end products today, so you know what? We're having fun because we're it girls, and it girls have lots of money in their bank accounts to buy all the high-end makeup. Not to say high-end makeup is better, we're just enjoying that vibe today. And one thing that I do with concealer is I make sure sure to apply it and then use my finger to spread it out before I start going in with like my beauty sponge, because this is gonna help give that coverage without using too much product. It looks like I just put a ton of product on my face, but it really wasn't. And I'm gonna use my finger to really spread out that coverage. I'm gonna wait a second and let it sit down before I then go in with my beauty blender. It already looks blended in, but we're gonna take the makeup sponge and blend it even further. With me letting this set down on the skin and kind of dry down a little bit before blending it out, I'm gonna maintain that coverage without using a whole lot of product. And that's the goal. We don't wanna use a ton. We want to keep it nice and light. And that concealer has a really nice medium buildable coverage. Can get pretty full coverage, but I love it. It's really, really nice. The skin is looking exactly how I want it to right now. It's so pretty. We're gonna add some life back into it though, because we're all looking a little one color. Us it girls, we gotta add some life into the face, okay? Nothing screams more it girl than Rare Beauty, so we're using their cream bronzer. Honestly, I use this so much. This is the third one I've purchased. It's amazing. I wear the shade Happy Soul. It's the most perfect neutral brown color. Online it says that it's a cool brown, but I find it leans pretty neutral. It's not too warm, not too cool. It doesn't look too gray on the skin. It's really beautiful. The thing with this is that if you're a beginner with cream bronzers, obviously just grab it with your brush and then apply it. But I've been using this for years at this point. I feel like it's okay for me to just swipe it on the cheeks because it's really easy to blend out. And I'm applying that cream bronzer pretty high up because I do not want to drag the face down. That's definitely on trend. That's what we're seeing all over social media. It definitely is really beneficial for us that are over 40 to apply things a little bit higher up. And make sure to hit the jawline, and I blend upward and downward so that my neck and my face kind of blend all together seamlessly. And then I apply across the forehead, working in sections because I don't want this to dry down too much, not that it will. But this will give some life to the forehead, kind of looks a little bit more sun-kissed. And then the nose, you can't forget about the nose. I just draw two little lines, and then a lot of times I just use like my finger and I gently blend it out, or you can use like the end of this like brush. I do both. Not forgetting the nose is crucial because it really helps tie everything together. Like something about like just like a white nose with bronzer everywhere else, it just looks completely out of place to me. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be super precise, just two little lines and then blend them out. Of course, we're gonna use a cream blush. This is the Merit Flush Balm blush, and this is in the shade Stockholm. It's kind of a lighter cool tone pink. I'm gonna definitely layer a powder blush over it, but I find that these are super easy to work with. If cream blushes are pretty intimidating for you, especially like the Rare Beauty ones that are so pigmented with like one dot, these are really easy to work with because you just basically, you can even tap this in with your fingers. It blends out so easily. Like just, see? So easy. These are just so fun and so easy to work with. And they're definitely it girl. It gives us the it girl look, okay? The embodiment of like the cool girl that we want to be, okay? We already are the it girls. We're just embodying it more with the makeup that we're putting on our face, okay? If you are fair complected, you have really fair skin and cream blushes freak you out, this pink color is going to be amazing for you too because it's not too deep toned. As you can see here, it's like just really easy. I could keep swiping it on, blending it out with my fingers, and I would still like not overdo it. It's so hard to overdo these, which I think is really nice for beginners. So pretty, right? It's a pretty blush. The internet has been going wild for the Givenchy Prisma Libre powder in the pink color, and I think for good reason. It's a gorgeous powder. It's incredibly expensive, but it's so blurring. I love using this on other people when I'm doing their makeup for special events. I think it looks amazing on so many people, and it just blurs the skin and blurs the pores. So, you know, we've juiced up the skin. We have a really glowy complexion, but we're gonna make sure that we blur out the spots that we don't want to emphasize too much. And for me, that's going to be kind of in the center of the face and under the eyes. And I'm going to use this with a triangle powder puff. Take about that much in the cap. We'll cover the powder puff. And then see how that's just like blurring my skin. Look at that. just blurs. It's so nice. I also make sure to do the eyelids because it's a good prep before eyeshadow. And we're really kind of using this in the center of the face. I'm avoiding the blush and I'm kind of going underneath the blush as well. So we're just gonna set the whole face with this. Super light. I'm not taking a lot of powder on this powder puff. It's just enough to kind of set without going crazy. And we're leaving this area blank because we're going to add a little bit more on top of that. Okay, we're gonna set the cream blush with a powder blush and we're gonna set the cream bronzer with a powder bronzer instead of making my face look too flat. While I think this is fine and I don't really need to set it, I do like it. I feel like it adds a little something to the dimension of my skin. It's a more polished look, the more it girl, if you will. So I'm taking my L'Oreal bronzer. This stuff is freaking amazing. It's the Infallible 24-hour fresh wear bronzer, the shade light medium. I love how it has different shades. This tone is perfection. It's so silky smooth, feels high end. Love it, love it, love it. We're gonna use it in the spots where we have the cream bronzer just to sort of set it and get it even more dimensional. Now we're gonna take one of the most hyped blushes. It is the Dior blush in the pink shade. It is worth the hype. It's so gorgeous. I love this blush. I've had it for forever and I have yet to hit pan on it, so I think it's worth the splurge. This is gonna just give some nice life to the skin and kind of add a little bit back on to the cream blush. And I don't want this cream blush to stay too tacky on the skin. I wanna set it. So this is gonna help the longevity of the blush is to use a cream blush and layer a powder on top of it. Don't you see how that just like livens the cheek? And I am taking this like well up into the under eye area and I'm pulling it up into the temple area. It just sort of brings that whole area to life. And luckily it's still very soft looking, like it doesn't look too harsh or too clownish. I do love a super intense pinky blush look, but we're keeping this soft. We're keeping this like a little soft, okay? Because we're just keeping it soft, okay? That's what we're doing today because I said so. Okay, thank you. Okay, don't hate me, but I think we need a third blush. I feel like we need to peachy this up a little bit. So I pulled my Too Faced, what is this called? The Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring blush in the shade Golden Hour, so it has a little bit more of a peachy tone to it because I feel like a lot of these inspiration photos that I'm going by today have a little bit more of a peachier tone in the cheek. I don't even know if this is peaching it. Is it? Maybe once we get the highlighter on, we'll feel a little different. But I don't know. Is that happening for us? Is that? I gotta look at this. Oh, maybe a little, whatever. It's fine. We're used to third blush. It's okay. From here, we're gonna go to the eye look and then we're gonna go back to the highlighter and the lips. My brows are already done. I've done a fluffy brow look where I just used my Got To Be hair glue stuff and then a little bit of a brow pencil to fill in. A natural fluffy brow is of course still the it girl thing, still super popular. And with this eye look today, I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, and we're just going to create a really simple matte eye look with a shadow wing because again, all of the inspo pictures that I'm taking inspiration from today have kind of that really basic eye look with the shadow wing and like a little cat eye sort of lash. I have super round eyes, so creating that is a little bit more difficult for my eye shape, but the idea is that we're gonna just do a super simple matte eye look. So simple. And then we're gonna apply the mascara and the lashes and then we'll do the wing because I feel like that's a little bit easier for me to get the shape right. So as you can see, I started with like this mid-tone brown, like basic light brown, and then I'm moving over to this medium brown, and that's kind of going in the outer corner onto the lash line to deepen that up. Like we're gonna keep this eye look very simple. Like these are the only two I'm gonna use, and then just a little on the lower lash line. Next thing I'm gonna do is curl my lashes. I'm gonna go in with my Lancome Lash Idol mascara. It's beautiful and so like volumizing, all the things that I like a mascara to be, and I love it. So just a quick curl, and the lashes, like the eye look, we're gonna, like I said, we're doing so simple with the eyeshadows, literally just 2 colors that I put on. And you don't have to use that Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette. You can definitely do like whatever, like 2 brown eyeshadows that you have. And then we're gonna go with the lashes and apply a false lash just because I want the lashes to be lashing for this look. You definitely don't need to do a false lash. I just like the way that it looks, and it helps me create more of that cat eye shape and less of a round eye for me when I'm going for this look. So we're just gonna apply the mascara. I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera, make sure it's dry, and then I'll be back to apply my lashes. And now I am going in with my lashes. This is the Christina DW lashes that I grab off of Amazon. Of course, I will link them below. They're a nice wispy lash, and I cut the ends of them off so it's not a full lash. Half lashes are great for this, but I kind of want a little bit fuller of a lash. And what I do is I apply my brush on lash glue, and then I let it set for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I apply it to the lash line. That's really it. It's the easiest way to apply a lash, and mess free and frustration free. And I just use my fingers. Nothing special to this. The lash glue tends to look a little blue as it dries, but then it dries clear. I just press it down onto my lash line, and I make sure that they're kind of pointed this way for that more cat eye effect that they're gonna give me. Do we see how that already makes a really big difference? And they're so easy to apply and remove at the end of the day. It's like not a big deal at all. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the other one off camera, and then we're gonna do the little shadow wing, and we're almost done, okay? We are almost done here. We've got the lashes on, and we're back to do the little shadow wing and then finish up the makeup look. Going back into this Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, I'm going to grab this chocolate brown shade right here. I have a whole video that I explained this on Instagram if you want a little bit more tips, but basically I put the lashes on and I look straight into the mirror, and then that's how I create my wing without having to mess up the shape. So I just draw the line, and then I connect it and create the wing, and that's it. And if you mess up, that's okay because it's shadow. It's not the end of the world. All right, shadow wings are on, and they don't have to be perfect. And then just to kind of glow up the skin a little bit, we're taking my Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade. Sorry, I'm just so taken by this highlighter and I've had it forever and I still love it, and it's broken and I've put it back together and everything, and it looks beat up. But this is the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Mesmerize, just for that nice glow to the skin. Finally, we're getting to the lip combo, which is going to be the Makeup Forever lip pencil in the shade Wherever Walnut. And then the lip, it's basically like a lip treatment. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and this is in the shade Brown Sugar. It's not super dark, but you get like a nice deeper nude lip. And that's kind of like the inspo is just this like really healthy looking lip that's obviously kind of like a lip liner with some sort of gloss on top. And I feel like these skincare hybrid products are really good for this look. You know, we've got this like really nice makeup look, but then we've got just like a really juicy lip with it. That's not going to be too complicated of a lip combo. I'm doing a little bit of overlining and kind of straightening out my Cupid's bow. That helps the lip appear a little bit more poutier. I'm not drawing like too harsh triangles. It's just kind of drawing across and overlining just a little. I'll fill in the lip a little bit with the lip pencil, and then we'll go in with the lip butter balm. As you can see, it's like a really effortless lip, but it's super put together. And then if you wanted, you could definitely go back with that lip pencil, clean up spots or kind of define edges that you want to define. And this is the final makeup look. You can definitely take some setting spray and set this all down if you want. Leave it as is and go about your day for this look. And I hope you guys like it. It's so pretty. It is really honestly simple when you think about it, where, you know, you're just having like a really juicy complexion and you're doing a simple eye with a shadow wing with a little lash and just like a juicy lip. It screams immediate it girl vibes, and it doesn't mean that you have to be any certain age to rock this look. Obviously, I'm 40 years old. 40's not old, 40's still young, but I feel like we keep seeing these young girls with this look on, and I love the way that this looks on my skin. So what do you guys think? I think it's just so pretty, and hopefully you get the chance to recreate this look. Obviously, you can use the products that work best for you for this and create this look with with whatever you have in your collection, but I absolutely love the way that this looks on my skin, on my face. I feel like this is kind of a signature look of mine anyway. I do this look very often, that's something similar to this all the time, but it's still pretty. Thanks so much for tuning into today's video. If you have any other suggestions or any other looks you'd like me to try, leave those suggestions in the comments and I would love to know. So thanks so much for watching and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye!